understand what's the real differences when it comes to buying a property. I think there's a lot more than just talking about districts. I think the whole entire planning area and in terms of the value of the land does determine the entry price for such projects in comparison. All right, so let me share with you my slides. Okay, so right here, I and Phyllis, we are going to share with you 3 projects, which is all located in the same location of Robertson Quay, which is none other than Martin Modern, Avenir, as well as Rivere. All right, so I'm going to start off with Martin Modern. Right, so for Martin Modern, I will first introduce you the developers behind it. So they are none other than Guaco Land. So Guaco Land has been listed on the stock exchange for the last 40 over years, and they have actually brought about 36 luxury projects so far, which has amounted to more than 10,000 luxury homes. Right, so right here, I think more importantly, I want to let you know that 90% of the time, right, actually investors make a mistake when they buy the wrong property. What am I trying to show you here is that basically most of the time, right, what they're going to do is that they are going to
Sorry, just hang on, Kelvin, just hang on. I'm still seeing Stella, I'm not seeing you. Stella, can you just turn off your video for a while? Who's controlling this now? Is it Kelvin?
You don't see my screen?
Yeah, I don't see your face. It's Stella's face and you are talking.
That's weird. But you see my screen, right? As in, like, you see my PowerPoint slides.
I see Stella's picture at the right, which makes it weird.
Oh, you miss me so much, huh?
No, not yet, but you just sort this problem out first.
I don't know why it's like that. Usually it's not. Oh, then I need Eddie. Can you please change the host? Thank you. Don, can you help me call Eddie?
Okay, I'll help you call Eddie. You continue first.
Yeah. Okay, so basically, why do I say so? Because most of the time, right, most of your buyers, right, they will actually be making decision based on what? Based on emotions. Okay, based on emotions, based on sentiments and the voices around them, right? Okay, so the only way out, right, to make the right choice is to what? To actually make logical, informed, and then based on statistics. Okay, so you make logical decisions, you make informed decisions based on statistics. This is the only way that you can safeguard your clients. Because I'm sure all of us are, when we are in this business together, some of us are doing very well, then some of us are not doing very well. Then I try to dig further. I want to understand what is the logic. How come some of us are doing very well while some of us are not, even though we are given the same material? So the real truth here is this. Basically, most of us that have a lot of knowledge and we really know what is really going on, right? We feel very secure because we know that whatever that we're going to share with our clients is going to benefit them. We know that we are trying to minimize their risk. But for some of us, because we are unsure, we don't really know what we are really talking about. We only know that we want to sell the property so that we can earn the commission. This is the point whereby you will have fear. This is the point that you will realize that you're not so sure whether by sharing this information with the client, right? Are we really helping them? Especially when we want to sell to friends, then your guilt come already. Oh, wow, don't know whether should I earn this commission or not, because I don't really know whether he will make money or not. But according to the project, I see he will make money, right? So then this is the point where I think you need to let me share with you today how can we make very logical and informed decisions by using statistics. All right, so to me, the number one rule, okay, is to look out for rental demand. Okay, always look out for rental demand, not not rental value, not anything else but rental demand. Because when there is rental demand, there will definitely 100% be having a good rental value. All right, so let's have a look. Basically, the rental indexes have risen across the board, right? But among the three sectors, that means the three regions of the core central region, your rest of central region, as well as outside central region, you notice that the core central region has risen the highest, right? So from 113.2 index value over the last 1 year, it has actually increased to 119, right? So that's a 5.12%. So what does this mean to you? It means to say that because of the rental demand, basically your rental amount has actually increased by 5%. Okay, so for all of you, if you are actually having a client who has a core central region property, right, this is the guideline that you should be looking at. If you're talking about renewals and whatever it is, you should also be looking at 5% increment. Okay, all right, now, so with that,
Katie,
right,
can you stop for a while? Sorry, there's gray boxes across the slide. So maybe you want to,
what gray boxes?
you can't see, but all of us are seeing gray boxes on the top and bottom blocking your slide. So maybe you want to unshare and share again. Maybe the Zoom.
Okay.
You're just you just hang on
Sure.
while we sort this out.
Still got boxes?
The boxes is now on top.
Still have boxes?
A bit, yeah. Just at the top now.
Oh, I think I don't know why that. Okay, is it gone now?
It's still there, but not so bad. I think you can continue.
Yeah, okay. All right, so basically, if we look at it, right, we see over here the rental transactions, right, actually increased in the core central region from 26,831 to a total of 27,872 rental contracts were done in that 1 year difference. Okay, so that's an increment of about 1,041 transactions. Okay, so in terms of occupancy rate as well, you can see that in the core central region, it has actually increased. Right now, it's at 93.1% occupancy rate, which means to say that only about 7% of the units in the core central region is actually unoccupied. All right, and basically for Robertson Quay, which is the main area that we're talking about today, right? I looked at the rental transaction volume for the last 10 years, right? And you can see in the last 4 years, right, there has been a very steady amount of about 1,001 to 1,200 rental contracts. Now, you remember this rental contracts, right? Because majority of our tenancy agreements are usually 2 years, especially in the core central region. Now, if they are all on a 2 years lease and we can see that there's about 1,001, 1,200 transactions a year, it suggests that there will have been double. That means that there will have been about 2,400 units that were being rented out just within this location of Robertson Quay. Okay, so even for the first quarter of this year, you can see that the numbers are already at about 300, right? Okay. All right, and then nearby there is actually a new development that was recently TOP, which we are also the marketing agent for it, which is none other than 8 St. Thomas, right? So 8 St. Thomas, the rental transactions, right? I'm just drawing you on the 2 bedrooms, okay? So the 2 bedrooms are approximately 807 square feet to about 829 square feet. And the price range, right, is actually from $560 per square foot up to $8.20 per square foot in the past 1 year. Okay, so imagine if today we are talking about this type of close proximity, right? I would think that in terms of rental, how much can Modern, how much can Avenir, how much can Rivere command, right? I believe that if you use a average of whatever that we just saw in 8 St. Thomas, right? I think you will probably have a very good gauge of approximately $7 per square foot. Okay, so today we are going to talk about Robertson Quay, and Robertson Quay is actually a very exclusive enclave, right? This exclusive enclave, why must use the word exclusive? It is the same as the it's the same as Ardmore area or Nassim area, whereby there is no public transport that goes through this area at all. Okay, for so many years, but yet the rental demand is so strong. Why is that so? Why is the rental demand in Robertson Quay so interestingly high? Right, there's actually three reasons to this. First of all, we are in between the central business district where people work, right? And then at the same time, we are also just close by to the Orchard Shopping Mall, and this happens to be in the middle. And where Robertson Quay is itself, right, already houses many night spots, entertainment, bistros, F&B, art houses, and many more. Okay, so this is one of the reasons why a lot of expatriate tenants, right, they love to live in Robertson Quay. Okay, they probably when they first arrive in Singapore, they probably want to live in the central business district because it is very convenient for them to walk to office, right? Because they are new to Singapore. But the moment when they started coming in here for a while, right, they will have made many friends, they will have a lot of colleagues who will then slowly influence them, right, to go to Robertson Quay along the riverside on the weekdays. So on Monday and Fridays, right, you probably will catch your expatriate tenant hovering along the river one. That's very normal. Okay. So like I always say, right, I think it's definitely more convenient to walk home drunk than to take a taxi home. So after a while, people will be very attracted to live in Robertson Quay, right? After coming here to live in Singapore for a while already. Okay, so when we talk about this, right, in this location itself, what's the most interesting thing is that so many years don't have MRT, but yet got so much rental demand. Okay, you know we are all agents. We all know this very clearly. We have served a lot of tenants who tell us as long as there is no MRT, they will not consider. Why? Because they actually have children who needs to commute to school through public transport. So if there's no public transport, they will not consider this area at all. Okay. Now the good news is that the MRT is going to come. Okay. So the MRT is going to come here, right? And basically it's going to be the East Coast Thompson line, right? So because of this additional connectivity, right, what's going to happen is that it's going to open its doors to those people who always wanted to live in Robertson Quay, but because there's no public transport, they cannot consider this area. So what I'm trying to tell you here is that the rental demand will certainly increase, right? And because of the rental demand increase, what will happen next? Definitely the rental value will increase and the rental yield will go up. When the rental yield goes up, can you tell me who chases after rental yield? Obviously, it's property investors, because most property investors, they will tell you, don't talk about rental yield lah, because nowadays the rental yield very low. Is it true? Yeah, because most of the time you see that rental yields are in the 2%, 2+% range. Okay, but here today I'm going to share with you a very interesting calculation. So if you use $7 per square foot based on the square feet of 764 square feet for our 2 bedroom, it will come out to be about 5,003. If you take 5,003 times 12 to calculate the rental yield based on our promotional units today, okay, let's say 1.98 million, it will work out to be 3.2% rental yield. 3.2%. Where else can you find 3.2% rental yield in today's market for a new launch right in the city center, whereby you have the MRT next to you, whereby you still have a lot of potential outside? So this is something that I think is the main reason why this project that we're talking about in multi-model is so popular, right? Okay, so it's so popular that today we have sold about 88%, if I'm not wrong. Okay, so next, of course, other than the incoming MRT, let's have a look at another form of demand, which is none other than those who want to be located within the elite school zone. Okay, so from what I understand from River Valley Primary School, right, which is actually just next to Avenir, as well as just opposite this right, they have approximately about 200 students registering for this elite school. But there are about 90 placements that are actually capped for pupils who are staying within the 1 kilometer radius. So can you imagine? Because according to what I know from the kiasuparents.com, right, the chances of you registering your school by distance it's probably only 50% chance. So that means that there's about 180 families, right, who are applying for their child to go into this school on a yearly basis, which also translates to mean that there will be 180 new families who are considering to move into this area. Is that not another additional demand? Right. So this is the main reason why I think this is a very popular area. Okay. And of course, right here, we want to talk about is that I cleared with you on the part of the demand. Right. Now I want to show you the supply. Okay. Robertson Quay. Robertson Quay is such an amazing area. It is actually this area that's highlighted in apricot color. Okay. So this whole area of Robertson Quay, right, is split into two halves. One half is full commercial, whereas the other half, okay, is actually residential. Okay, so when you have a 50% commercial and 50% residential, already so many people want to live there, but yet there's only half of Robertson Quay that is ready for occupancy, right? Okay, so let's have a look. I went to do a count, and I realized that there are only 20 residential projects within this exclusive enclave of Robertson Quay. Okay, and then I went to list down all the number of units for all these projects, and you will notice that from this whole list itself, it tells you that majority of them are apartment status, a majority of them are small land size, the majority of them have very few units. Okay, why do I have to talk about the number of units? Because I think you and I, we are agents, we know this very well. The number of units are going to determine your exit strategy in the years to come, because when you have more neighbors, right, when you have more neighbors, there'll be more transactions, and transactions are the ones that's going to determine your price valuation of your properties, right? Okay, so that's the reason why I think that the number of units really is important. Okay, so that at least you can have a safety net when it comes to trying to exit when it's resale. But more importantly, right, is that when we say enough units, we are talking about don't want too many also, no. So usually my range is probably around 300 to 500 units. I think it's a very good gauge of number of units that I personally will prefer. The reason for that is because I think when there are too many units, there's also a lot of competition. It might not be a good thing as well. Okay, so when I worked out all this, right, because just now you all remember I told you that based on the number of rental contracts per year for the last 4 years in Robertson Quay was how many units? Yes, it's 1,200 transactions, which works out to be 2,400. 2,400 units are rented out on an annual basis in Robertson Quay. Let me show you the total number of units as of now. Okay, not inclusive of Martin Modern, Rivere, as well as Avenir. Okay, works out to be 2,970 units. So we have 2,400 units out of the 2,970 units that are actually leased out in Robertson Quay. Can you tell me, is this a place that is the best place for your expatriate tenants or not? I believe you know the answer better than me, because so far Robertson Quay is a very magical area to me. It's a very good mix. It's probably one of the only places in the whole of Singapore that when I'm there, I don't feel like I'm in Singapore. Why? Because they have got so many different types of housing, as well as different types of commercial buildings. Right? We have got the heritage conservation shop houses, walkout apartments, boutique style developments, as well as large floor plate developments such as your Martin Place residences, right, as well as River Gate and so forth. Okay, so with that, I finally can tell you more about Martin Modern. So Martin Modern is a very popular development that was launched in year 2017. Right? Okay, this land is a relatively large plot in District 9 in Robertson Quay, because it's 171,536 square feet of land. Okay, and on this land, right, the developers have actually built only 2 towers of 30 stories, and they have got a total of 450 units made up of your 2, 3, and 4 bedders. Okay, and because of this land size, right, they are able to offer you full condo facilities together with concierge services. Okay, and of course, these concierge services that we are referring to is the same resident host services that they have been using for Liden residences and Goodwood residences, right? That have been having raving reports on. Okay, so the architect, the design architect behind this multi-model is none other than Yip Yuen Hong. Right, so why do I want to talk about this man? Why did Guaco Land decide to engage Mr. Yip, right, who's a local architect to design multi-model? I think being a local architect, he is very clear on what are the things that fellow Singaporeans like in terms of the layouts, in terms of the styling of the place, and especially so that because he's a fellow Singaporean, he understands the roots, understands the roots of Singapore. Now, this area in Robertson Quay, long time ago, before there were warehouses and go downs, it used to be an orchard. Right? So there's a lot of fruit plantations, and that's how Orchard Road got its name. Okay, so where we are sited on right here used to be a nutmeg plantation. So what he decided is that to pay homage to this heritage, he decided to bring in a lot of landscaping and greens, which is really something very different from many other projects that I've seen in the whole of Core Central region, whereby there is a very dense, what you call, okay, sorry, there's a very dense, what you call the landscaping, right? So basically, the whole entire plot of land of 171,000 square feet, they have dedicated 80% to landscaping. In fact, actually, it's 88% dedicated to landscaping because there are two secret gardens sitting on the top of this building, right? Which is the crown of Martin Modern, the two crowns. Okay, so the other thing that he wanted to pay tribute to was the warehouses, the lofty warehouses, as well as the go downs in the area in probably in the 70s and 80s. So what he did here is that he decided to give a very rustic appearance on the outside of Martin Modern to make it have a very industrialized look, and at the same time to create the rooms of the warehouse to be the crowns of the two towers of Martin Modern. Okay, so with that, right here I have the site plan, and in total, we have a total of 15 stacks, all right, in the two towers. And you can see that right here, we actually have a tilt of the building. First of all, the buildings are structured in an L shape. So by doing that, it maximizes the view. In order to maximize the view even more, Mr. Yip has actually tried to tilt the building instead of having it running on the parallel to the roads or anything else like that. He tried to tilt it in such a way whereby every single unit in Martin Modern will enjoy a view. Be it whether is it the pool view, the landscaping view, or the city view, or the Singapore River view, you will definitely get a view. So let's have a look at what the view is like. Okay, so on the Singapore River view side, we will be looking towards River Gate, right? And then you can see the river. And then on the city view side, right, on the far end, actually, you will also be able to see even Marina Bay Sands. In fact, we have one unit, right, which is 26-10. It's a two-bedder. It's the last unit available that has got a full city view that is able to see the MBS. Okay, so if you need any information on that unit, you could actually speak to any of our taggers. Okay, so with that total 80% of landscaping, right? What we have done here is that we have provided 15 garden themes, right? There's only two of these garden themes that I want to talk about, which is none other than the party lawn as well as the secret garden. Okay, so why do I want to talk about party lawn? Because to my understanding, there are no more than 5 projects in Singapore that actually offers you a lawn. Okay, so in order to be able to fit a lawn inside your landscaping, I think the land to building ratio has to be right. Okay, so this is a very nice space for children to run around, to do some lawn sports, right? Hold a picnic, or even hold a crazy outdoor birthday party, right? Okay, so you can even do like a fun fair birthday party whereby you have like different fun fair stalls together with clowns running all over the place, and with bouncing castles. I think that'll be a very, very interesting party, right? Okay, and then at the same time, there are also two secret gardens sitting right on top of the two towers, right? So they have sacrificed the penthouses, right? So we do not have any penthouses in Multi-Modern for the purpose so that whichever unit that your client chooses, right, they will still be able to enjoy the panoramic views of the city as well as the Singapore River right at the top of the 31st story of Multi-Modern. Okay. All right. So now, right here, we also offer you a 15 meters lap pool together with a dipping pool. I don't know, some of you who have been to Rome, right? Doesn't this dipping pool look a little bit like the modern day Roman bath, right? Okay, and then we also have a dining and club lounge, right, which can house a total of 85 packs. And we also have this walking trail that walks around the perimeter of Multi-Modern, right? Because after all, this is like a miniature botanical gardens, and this walking trail is a total of 135 meters long. So can you imagine, right? If you're going to take a jog, you just run 2 rounds around the perimeter of Multi-Modern. Immediately, you will have already completed a 1 kilometer walk, right? Or if not, you can also be strolling around as a retired couple, whereby I think Multi-Modern is also pretty suitable for retirees. Why? Because I think when we retire, we probably don't want to drive anymore. And living in the heart of the city, right, gives you the convenience of traveling to wherever you want, whether you're going to the east or to the west or to the north. I think it's equal distance, right? So if you're going to have the additional connectivity of the MRT station, which is Great Wall MRT, which is just how far away, you know, only 350 meters away from our side gate, okay, from our side gate of Multi-Modern, which is actually right here. And where's the MRT station? Just somewhere around here, right? Just walk past the school, Rivere Primary School, immediately it will be where the station is. I think that is really a very, very convenient place for retirees. And not forgetting that to live in a botanical home, right, actually gives you a longer life, like since the air is fresher and it's much nicer and you have got a lot more grounds. And I think in terms of the experience of being locked down at home right now in the circuit breaker, can you imagine if you are living in Multi-Modern today, how nice it will be because you have so much more common grounds to enjoy the space rather than cook at home. Okay, so now, of course, I have been selling Multi-Modern with the idea of efficiency, because Guacoland is well known for being very, very efficient ever since they launched Multi-Modern. All their projects after that, they've always been emphasizing efficiency. That is also because the DNA of Guacoland, right, actually comes from their new MD. Okay, so Senya has actually been with URA and he's of an architect background. So because of this, right, there is more than one architect working for all their projects, right? The main reason is that the final approval is obviously right. So Senya, when I spoke to him once, he mentioned to me that the only reason why he's able to get this certification is not only because that they have removed the 5 listed services in the layouts. More importantly, I think what he has done here that is right is that he has a very good idea of how much space is required for each of the rooms, how much space, right, not in terms of square meters, but in terms of the actual dimensions, so that you can place furniture and still have a good distance. For example, right here we are looking at the living and dining. Okay, we are approximately 3.2 meters apart. So because of this very good width, you have a 3 over meters distance from the TV wall, and I think that is spectacular. Okay, when I worked out based on the efficiency, and I've highlighted all the wastages in a typical unit, which most of our clients would like to compare. Right, we will realize that for our efficient layout, we no longer have the bay window, we no longer have planter boxes, we no longer have kitchen yards, bomb shelters, as well as no long corridor to bedrooms. Okay, so if I were to sum it up, you have represented about 25% of the floor area. Okay. And if I were to use a recent transaction, right, of a 2-bedroom in Rivere, right, of 1,055 square feet, which is none other than the unit 17-13 that was transacted at $2,465 per square foot, the effective per square foot would then have been $3,286 based on the floor plan that I showed you earlier. Okay, and of course, to me, most of my clients are asking me now, how do I know whether what's the right price to enter for the core central region? I think it's very clear, right? From Kelvin Thong sharing in the last 6 weeks, right? I learned something very clear here. As long as you buy close to the break-even price, okay, the average break-even price of the whole entire region, I think you're very safe. Right, so the average break-even price based on the projects that were enveloped in 2017 or based on land leads in 2017, okay, it shows you that if you can find anything that is close to 2,635 per square foot, I think it's definitely yes, because these are the average selling prices that they are supposed to sell in order to get the profit, right? So through the price staging, we will eventually reach here. And then if you look at even those lands that were bidded or even enveloped in 2018 and 2019, right, it also works out to an average price of about 2,643. So if you are able to find any properties, okay, for new launches that are quite close to these PSS, I think it's a very, very safe entry for your clients as well. So right now, I want to share with you, before I go into the price, let me just share a very short video with you, as I want to let you see the fly-through video for Martin Modern. Okay, and then now allow me to bring you straight into the show flats. Okay, so I'm going to show you the smallest unit of Martin model, which is the 2-bedroom, which is 764 square feet. And as you can see right here, right, you can see that actually this is a very, very nice volume of space because right in front of us, you can see that there's a 3-sofa set with a 3.2 meters distance away from the deep wall. And then you can fit a 6-seater dining table comfortably. Right, and at the same time, I believe that you are very amazed at the ceiling height because, like what Stella mentioned to you, right, the ceiling height over here is actually 3.2 meters ceiling height. But in this show flat, right, being the ground floor unit, this is actually enjoying a slightly higher ceiling height of 3.9 meters. Right, there is no void areas to be calculated. They are all FOC to your clients, right? The developer spend a lot more in terms of material cost to build the additional ceiling height for your clients, right? So that you will actually get an additional almost 12 to 15% of total volume, right? So that you actually feel that this home is a lot more spacious, not so claustrophobic. Okay, so let's just have a look at the whole entire floor area. As I showed you earlier in our floor plans, down here don't have the 5 elements that we're talking about, which is planter box, kitchen, yard, long corridors as well as the bomb shelter. But the moment when we talk about bomb shelter, then the question here is that then we have to follow all our stuff, right? Okay, so this is the part that I'm very impressed by Glacoland because they really think for you. They have actually created storage solutions. So right here, over here, we have got this storage solution, right, which is imported from Italy, right, custom-made, imported for the whole entire kitchenette storage solutions. Let's have a look at what the storage solutions looks like inside. Okay, so right here you can see that inside that we have a 2-in-1 washer cum dryer. Okay, and at the same time there is a lot of storage room for you to replace your bomb shelters in a very modern way of living, which is to do compartmentalization. Why is it so important? Because I think these days anything that you place inside your bomb shelter will happen. You will never be able to find it again. So you write it off. Because you are probably too lazy to even find the thing. But imagine if everything is compartmentalized, you have a right space for everything else, right? I think it's so much easier for you to find stuff, right? And I think this is the right way to live it. And I will always want to also remind you that you all know that James Dyson has actually chased the super house in Bollywood Residences, which is also by Glacoland, right? So to pay tribute to Mr. Dyson, they have actually created this storage solution whereby you are able to place in the dock as well as famous vacuum cleaner, right? The famous Dyson vacuum cleaner right inside the storage space over here. Okay, likewise, you can also play mops and brooms, right? Okay, so I think that's quite cool. Alright, at the same time, in order to talk about compartmentalization, I would like to also show you the cupboards over here, which I think is very thoughtful because right at the entrance, right, they have actually also created some other storage solutions whereby again it's compartmentalization. You can even put very small things because it's really shallow, easy to reach out, and then at the same time you can even stick some labels so that you are able to find the right stuff accordingly. Right, okay. Alright, so now let me go back to the kitchen, and I'm very impressed by this kitchen because this kitchenette is actually fully imported from Italy, right? And it's none other by Nippon Cucini, and this Italian cabinets, right, are quite cool. Like for example, the ones on the top hung, right? are actually full aluminum with glass paneling. So you know, some glass when we have got that, we realize that all these wooden carpentry and all that kind of warps, or even after a while because of water, there's a lot of damages. So this one will probably last a much longer time. Then I also like the engineered stone tops, okay, and then accompanied with the choice of appliances, right? That Coca-Cola has provided is something extraordinary, because they have actually gone through the thought process of giving people a living experience that whereby they want to make sure that they give you the best licenses with the best brands. Okay, so for example, we all know that for the hob and the hood, as well as the ovens, right? Definitely Melee is one of the very reliable brands. Okay, but when it comes to fridge and washer and dryer, right, they decided to use a different brand. So right here is our, let me just forward actually. So right here we have got the integrated fridge, which is from Smack. Okay, Smack. Why do you use Smack? Because I'm sure you wouldn't want to use a Smack oven or hot hood, right? Because for Smack itself, we all know that they are well known in making the best fridge. It's very, very reliable. And then we have less complaints too. Okay, and then of course right here, when I show you the washer dryer, it's actually like Whirlpool. Okay, it's actually Whirlpool. Why? Because Whirlpool is one of the best makers when it comes to washing machines. Okay, I'm very excited to show you the bedrooms, because in this 764 square feet, right, because there's no bay windows, right, this room actually allows you to place queen size bed together with side tables, right? And I also like the finishing of the wardrobes, right? Since this is actually a acid mirror finish. Okay, and then let's have a look at the common bathrooms. So the common bathrooms come fully connected with both from floor to ceiling, okay, including the ledges. And then the sanitary ware that they're using over here is none other than the top of the range, which is this Exor by Hans Ruhr. It comes with the shower screen, and they're also using the Lawson ceramics, okay, for the basin, as well as Bohang WC. Okay, next will be the master bedroom. So in the master bedroom, our common bedrooms are so spacious. Naturally, the master bedroom, as you can see right here, we have a king size bed with two side tables and lots of space to walk around it. I think this is really something very impressive, because so far I've spoken to a lot of my clients and they're really very impressed with the space over here. Okay, and let me just pan over this side. Right, and now you can see that the wardrobes are open. Right here, in the wardrobes, they are not using laminates, not using veneer. In fact, they're using the Italian finish of using the melamine boards. Okay, which are much more delicate. And then in the master bathroom is actually large enough. Sorry. The master bathroom is actually large enough to actually place in wheelchairs, so it's a wheelchair friendly bathroom size. And at the same time, you can notice, right, actually there is no curbs, right? It's actually what you call flush across the whole entire apartment. Right, so in order to ensure that water does not flow outwards, we actually install the water traps at the entrance. Okay, at the entrance of the bathroom, which I think is very powerful as well. Though it's not very important, but I also want to highlight to you that if you, I'm not sure whether you can see very closely, but right here you can see the skirtings, right? The skirtings are actually flush within the wall, right? Because usually skirtings are sitting out by approximately almost 1 centimeter from the wall, right? Then that also eats up your space. But for much modern, they are even so detailed that that they want to help you to give you the most efficient space that they don't mind spending additional money just to flush your skirting into the wall so that you can gain additional 1 cm space throughout the whole circumference of this apartment. I think that's really interesting. And I'm not sure whether some of my clients have told me that they're also very impressed that actually all the doors can open really flush against the wall. Can you see that? They are actually flush really at a perpendicular angle of 90 degrees. Right, and as we walk across over here, I want to show you that the marble finishing over here is extraordinary. We are using 800 by 800 mm size marble. Okay, all the slab cut, and the same marble slab has been used even for the balcony. How generous of them! But of course, the balconies, they are cut it up into small sizes so that it will be non-slippery. Okay, so with that, I have come to the end of this virtual tour. Let me share. Let me go back to my PowerPoint slides. Okay, so basically we have seen the two-bedroom in Martin Modern, right? And because we are about 88% sold, don't worry, we still have enough units to go around. In fact, we have enough units of each and every different unit type. So don't have to worry that they are all sold out. They're not all sold out. We have approximately 53 units counting. Okay. Right now, the cheapest bedroom is 0606 at 1.982 million, which is only $2,594 per square foot. Okay, and then at the same time, we do have the 3-bedroom premium, which is 1,421 square feet. Okay, we have 3 more units to go, and the cheapest one right now is 0412. Okay, it's at 3.6822 million, which works out to be only $2,591 per square foot. And lastly, we have a 4-bedroom of 1,733 square feet. We are left with 5 units. The lowest, the cheapest one will be 0203 at 4.485 million, which works out to be only 2,588 per square feet. Can you imagine if you're only going to pay 2,500 plus per square foot for Robertson Quay in District 9? Right. I think this is definitely a very, very good entry price. Right, and not forgetting these were actually all based on a 6% discount, and certain units actually have a 3 to 4% additional discount. Okay. The good news for you today is that I want you to reach out to your clients, because the next 4 units that's going to be sold are going to have irresistible promotions of 2 years of free maintenance fees and additional furniture vouchers. Okay. So the additional furniture vouchers and 2 years free maintenance fees are only for 2-bedders, which is only step 14. You will enjoy an 88,000 furniture voucher. Okay. If you are buying the 3-bedroom, okay, there is a step 2, which is 1,098 square feet. We're going to get an additional 128,000 furniture voucher. And lastly, we have the 4-bedder, okay, which is only for this particular unit, 0203, which happens to be the cheapest 4-bedroom available in Martin Modern. And you know what? With the 188,000 additional discount, the furniture voucher, it will mean to say that on top of the discounts that were given on 0203, right, which works out to be 4.485, now you can get it at 4.297 million, which is only $2,479 per square foot. And in case you thought that this unit is not a good facing, let me tell you what is going to be right in front of this unit. You will see the entire swimming pool. There will be a nice flat lawn with a bio pond right at your doorstep. So it will feel as though that you are living in a landed. And then from the Second floor, you are actually overlooking the whole entire landscaping of multi-modern. I think that is really a very, very amazing view. Not forgetting this unit, I'm very sure that this unit will sell off very, very quickly because of the low PSF offered. So if you are looking for the cheapest PSF by multi-modern, it will be this unit 203. Okay, so I hope that you will quickly reach out to all our taggers. All our taggers in multi-modern have been trained very well to deliver Zoom tagging for you. Okay. Alright, so just to sum up why multi-modern is worth buying. It's the most competitive new launch price in Robertson Quay District High, and it has a large land size with full common facilities, and it's a very strong rental demand, and it's a very high connectivity because of the new MRT station coming in. It's a low capital outlay, and it's a high potential upside. Okay, so just imagine today if you want to buy a 2-bedroom, you can ask your clients, if today you want to buy a 2-bedroom in Robertson Quay itself, how much will it cost? Let's say even buying a resale. We all know the prices to own a 2-bedroom in the vicinity will easily cost you approximately about 1.3 million minimum one. Okay, if you are able to get a 2-bedroom brand new at a price of 2 million, but yet the space and everything else is comparable to the nearby surrounding resale, why not buy multi-modern? Okay. Right. So this is going to TOP very soon. We are expecting the TOP earliest to the end of this year, latest by mid of next year. Okay. So that's going to come up very, very soon. Alright. So then now let me introduce to you the next project, which is none other than Avenir. Right. Avenir is just diagonally across to multi-modern, which I just recommended to you. Okay. So this Avenir, right, is literally the freehold twin, okay, of multi-modern. Right? What are the similarities? It's basically there are two towers also. They are also block 8 and 10, which is the same as multi-modern. They have quite similar unit sizes. They are also equally efficient layouts. They also have roof gardens. They also have the grand lawn. They also have 50-meter flat pool. They also have full condo facilities. They also have concierge service, and they have 75% of the land dedicated to landscaping, and definitely qualified to be a large land plot. Okay, so these are the similarities, and of course, I would then tell you that Avenir is the improved version of multi-modern. Why do I say so? Because first of all, look at it. This is freehold. It's sitting on 129,648 square feet land. Okay. 2 towers, 36 stories with 11 stacks, made up of 366 units. And of course, this is only for those who are able to wait. But good things are worth waiting. Let me tell you what's going to happen to Avenir. Avenir is literally going to replace multi-modern. Once multi-modern is fully sold, everyone else will come to Avenir. In fact, actually, after my sharing today, I believe that a lot of you will start to share with all your clients on Avenir instead of multi-modern. Why I say that? Because this is so much better. Let me show you what I mean by that. This whole project is brought to you by two property giants, okay, two developer giants, which is not just Waterland alone, but also together with Hong Kong. So can you imagine for multi-modern only got one, now you got two giants. Two brains definitely work better than one. So this is the time whereby they sat down together, they were trying to understand what is the best product to build. Since they have already received such good reviews from multi-modern, how to make it better? I think that is the one that is very interesting. Okay, so what they did here was that they decided to bring in John from Source Lu. Okay, and this guy is none other than the renowned French architect who was recently glorified for his work in reconstructing our Singapore's heritage, which is none other than the National Gallery on City Hall. Have you guys seen that? It's beautiful, amazing works. I'm really very, very impressed by this man because I think he has got very, very discerning taste. Okay, so with that, right, what is the unique selling points for Avenir? In a nutshell, I would say that it's freehold, it has full condo facilities, it's a large land plot, there's 75% land dedicated to landscaping, and they have given even better designer provisions as compared to multi-modern. It is of low density and it has very efficient layout and it's a concierge service. In fact, right, this whole project, they have studied all the surrounding new launches and they tried to pick out all the best aspects of all these recent core central region project launches, and then they try to factor all this into Avenir. Okay, so as we go along, I will show you where are all the similarities. Okay, first of all, the unit mix. The good news is that over here they have introduced the addition of the one bedroom apartments. Okay, the one bedroom units are available in Avenir, unlike multi-modern. This is actually because they understand that there are some recently I think there are some articles talking about many people are starting to live alone. Right, so then in order to open their doors to this community of people, they have decided to introduce the additional 69 units to cater for the one bedrooms. And then at the same time, the main reason why they wanted to do this is to compensate because they wanted to enlarge. Right, they wanted to enlarge the 3-bedder premiums as well as the 4-bedder premiums, as well as very interesting 4-bedder plus family room. Okay, so with larger floor plates on the larger units, they decided to add in the one bedder to compensate, to bring down the average unit size. Okay, right. So in this very interesting plot, right, they have decided that they only decided to build 366 units instead of the 600 units that could have fit out in this same plot. Okay, so now we can look at the whole entire site plan. So like I mentioned to you earlier, the two towers are sitting on not more than 25% of the total land area. And because of this, we are able to offer as well a 50-meter slab pool and tennis court. This grand lawn is a much bigger one, right? Because this is 700 square meters, right? Which will be approximately almost 8,000 square feet of flat ground, right? Which the same purpose of multi-modern, you are able to use it as a party lawn as well. Okay, and on top of this, what I really found very interesting is that there's so many similarities between the two projects that they even have. They're actually both built on a sloping elevated ground. So this sloping elevated ground has been compensated by elevating the entire floor plate over here to be on higher ground, and then all this will be on the lower ground, which is quite interesting. So all these parts, all the buildings around there, they're actually on stilts, which then enhances the elevation, okay, of the towers, which then gives you a better view when you are on a higher floor. Okay. Sorry, I'm hearing some feedback. Is there somebody who's... Yeah, okay. All right, so the facilities are such, there are so many facilities over here. I'm just going to talk about what is different, which multi-modern didn't provide. Okay, right here, the most interesting one that I think about is the hydrotherapy pool. Why the hydrotherapy pool? Because there's actually a spa wellness area that was created for the people who have been working very hard, and it's none other than the yuppies, right? So this whole project is very interesting because they're trying to attract the right crowd. The people who work very hard, they need to come back and relax, rejuvenate. And where else is better than home? So imagine after a day of hard work, you can actually go to the hydrotherapy pool, go to the jacuzzis, right, that is inside Avenir to relax and enjoy, so that you can rejuvenate and then have a better start of the day the next morning. Okay, right. And then another one will be the gourmet salon, which right here we can see that apart from the I'm sure there's going to be like the teriyaki stations, there will be the takoyaki stations, as well as all these child boilers and so that's going to be made up over here. Okay, and then there will be also those of under counter fridge and chillers and freezers to host the party. Okay, and the Tranquility Garden is another very interesting facility because this facility is whereby they have built a lot of stilts surrounding this Tranquility Garden to ensure that there's a lot of privacy within this space, and it's also to bring a very zen feeling as you actually walk through this garden. Right, so it's some therapeutic garden space for you to relax. Okay, and in case because you think that the number of units is lesser than multi-modern, so the maintenance fees will be higher because there's less people to share, then I'm very happy to share with you that actually the both maintenance fees are very, very close to each other. Right, so there are our 2 bedrooms that are approximately about 480. Okay, the 3 bedrooms are about 560, and the 4 bedrooms range from 640 to 720, depending on whether do you require the additional family room or not. Because the moment you have an additional family room, due to the floor area size increase, so the share value also increase by 1 share. Okay. All right, so I'm going to briefly run through the floor plans because I don't want to bore you with all these floor plans. But right here, you can see that the 1 bedroom, this is my favorite 1 bedroom layout. Why? Because you can see the moment you enter the unit, right? Can you see that the width from the kitchen to the dining to the living room, they are all identical in width, right? Which is 3 meters. So can you imagine if you have 3 meters throughout? How will this 1 bedroom feel? It will feel a lot more spacious. Okay, and then the other thing I like about it is that over here they have created a dual way, right? So it becomes a Jack and Jill bathroom. Okay, and the size of 538 square feet is certainly a very, very good size for 1 bedroom, because most of the 1 bedrooms in the vicinity ranges from 300 over square feet to approximately about 400 over square feet. Okay, next will be the show flat unit, which is the 2 bedroom in step 1, which is 829 square feet. This is the one that I think they have drawn a little bit of similarities from our recent launch in 3 Cascaden, whereby their 2 bedrooms actually had something like a closed kitchen, right? But this one is not closed unless you want to install a door here. Okay, but at least it has a corner by itself, right? Which is quite similar to 3 Cascaden if you have seen it. And at the same time, very short corridors, and definitely a very nice space to fit in your 6-seater dining with a 3-seater sofa and so forth. Right? So it's a hand size from multi-modern of 764, now it's 829, right? But the most of the space came here. And then we have got the 3 bedroom, right? The 3 bedroom over here is bigger. It's 1141 versus 1098. And where did the space go? Majority of space went to this part, whereby there is a store. Right? Because in multi-modern, the 3 bedroom didn't come with a store, but this one came with a helper's room together with an attached bath. Right? Okay, so down here quite good actually. The helper also got the ensuite maid's room. Okay. Next will be the show flat unit, which is a 3 bedroom premium with the private lift, which is 1572 square feet. All right, so this unit itself, you can see the moment you enter only, immediately you are welcomed by a very wide living and dining. Okay, I don't know whether you guys remember or not, but this kind of reminds me a little bit like enhanced version of New Futura. Okay, but I don't know whether you all remember, but New Futura, the sizes were much bigger. They were about 1800 square feet, right? But here we are talking about 1572 square feet. But I'm very impressed by this layout because it feels a lot bigger than New Futura's 1800 square feet. Okay, why is that so? Because they were very smart. They decided to do a dumbbell design for the 3 bedroom. So they split the 2 rooms on one side and the junior master on the other side. So they shortened the corridor space. At the same time, they also have no bay windows and so forth, so it made the whole room much bigger. And then the kitchen was also quite similar to New Futura, where it's a one kitchen which doubles up as a dry as well as a wet kitchen by closing and opening of some veneer doors. Okay. All right, then comes the 4 bedroom. Okay, but the 4 bedroom is about 2,067 square feet. All right, this is one of the more popular units because Stack 10 is actually facing towards the Singapore River. Okay, and likewise, right here we can see that you again from the private lift, when you come out immediately, you'll be welcomed by this very huge living and dining space. Okay, and then at the same time you have the dumbbell design. All right, and then you have got the the kitchen area that has been able to double up as the dry and wet kitchen. Okay, and finally, right, this is the one that I really want to recommend to all your clients who have been looking out high and low for big floor plate. They want very, very nice space, and then they don't want to spend more than $10 million. I think this is the best product in the market. Let me tell you that the number of supply of large floor plates like this in the market, especially for 4 bedrooms or 5 bedrooms, really cannot find really. It's very, very hard to find. So this is, if your clients are looking for 4 and 5 bedrooms, I think you should recommend them the 4 bedroom plus family. Okay, because of that, I'm going to show you, because I think floor plans cannot show you the real space. Okay, so let me first show you the video of the Avenir fly-through, then followed by the virtual tour. Sorry, something happened. Okay, I think all of you have are equally impressed by this video as me. And now I want to show you the 4 bedroom, the virtual tour. Okay, and right here we are at the Avenir 4 bedroom plus family. Okay, which is definitely one of the nicest units I've seen so far. Okay, all right, so right here we are at the living and dining space. Okay, we just walked out from the private lift area. So we have got the lift lobby over here. Okay, lift lobby over here, and I'll just pan over this way. So the moment when I walked into this show flat, right, it reminded me of Boulevard 88, but a more efficient layout because they have got the dumbbell design. Okay, and then they have also taken a little bit of the kitchen from Gramercy Park. Yeah, but they enhanced it. They made it much bigger, have an island table that's right in the middle of the kitchen, so that, you know, when you have all these sliding doors, you can keep them open, it become a dry kitchen. You keep them closed, it become a wet kitchen. All right, so let's have a look at the kitchen itself. I'm okay, sorry. Okay, so this kitchen itself, right, you can see the appliances, right, they're actually using the best. They're using Vizook, okay, as well as the Dietrich, which comes with the hob, hood, oven, the steamer, as well as the coffee maker, as well as the dishwasher, as well as the wine chillers. And the most impressive one, right, is actually the warmer drawers, as well as the sous vide machine. Okay, and right here we have a powder room, as well as the junior master, which can fit in the queen comfortably, and the ensuite bathroom at the side. Okay, they are using duct air conditioners. Sorry. Okay, and this is one of the common rooms. There's also an ensuite. And then to the next bedroom, that has been dressed up like a study room, but it's actually the identical size of the bedroom that we came from. And right here, which is quite similar to Boulevard 88, in the same position, they have built a walk-in wardrobe. But I think this walk-in wardrobe seems a little larger and more impressive. And I really like the bathroom because the bathroom is very, very big. Okay, and it has got this, they've used very, very good fittings over here, which is the Hans Grohe Exor wall mount sanitary ware. As accompanying together with it is the Antonio Lupi ceramics. And let's have a look at how large the master bedroom is. Right, so it's quite similar to Boulevard 88. It's a very, very large space, quite a deep bedroom size. Okay, and then of course the family room, which can actually be used even as a bedroom or an extension of the walk-in wardrobe from the master. Okay, and on the other side of the lobby will be the helpers area, as well as the helpers room. Okay, with that, I have come to an end of my sharing. Let me just go back to my slides. Okay, so basically, in terms of the pricing, right? right here we can see that the break-even price for Avenir is supposed to be about 2008 to 2009 per square foot, and it's supposed to launch between 3000 to 3003, right? But right here, if you look at the cost of the freehold land in District 10, right, based on Park House that has achieved 2910 per square foot per plot ratio, and then probably when they launch, they probably have to launch a possibility of 4002. Okay, so in comparison with that, I think this is quite a good deal here. Okay, especially so if you're going to do some comparisons, I just want to show you some values because that's the only way to show you that it's really worth to get. So if I'm going to compare with the River Gate 2-bedder, you will notice that if let's say for example, if any one of your clients are asking you, why don't I buy River Gate? Well, River Gate has already gone through its growth period. It was in the first 5 years of its property life, right? Whereas now it's actually very stagnant, right? So I think this is how you should be comparing this with. Because of the time constraint, I think it will be best for you to reach out to any of my taggers because I've trained them on how to use all this comparative market analysis, but just to assure you that we are able to offer this to you as well. Okay, so we have got the very attractive pricing, okay, because in terms of for the PSF wise, I believe that you agree with me that Martin model is very attractive at 2591 per square foot. But if Martin model was freehold, right, okay, 2591 plus a 15% premium for being freehold, I think it will have actually been launched at 2980. Am I right? So 2980 comparing with our PSF here in Avenir, which is at 2937, 2934, 2930 starting from, I think Avenir is really equally attractive price because it's freehold. All right. So let me pass this over to Phyllis now for Rivere. Thanks, Phyllis. Let me just stop the share. Okay, over to you, Phyllis.
Okay, thanks, Kitty. Hang on for a short while, yeah? Let me just get it up. Okay, good afternoon. Can everyone see my screen? Hi, can someone respond? Can you guys see my screen clearly? Sorry, I can't. Katie, can you see my screen?
No, I can't.
You can't see my screen.
You stop share and then try again.
Okay. Okay, I'll stop share first. Hang on for a while, yeah? How about now?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Rivere, the new landmark at Robertson Quay. So I know everyone must be feeling quite hungry now, but stay with me. I'll keep it short and sweet. In the next 20-30 minutes, let's fall in love with Robertson Quay. Okay, to know more about this Rivere, we must understand how it all began so that you can truly appreciate this site. Do you know that when government released this government land sale, everyone expected this site to do very well. However, it was hotter than expected. It is not common for a site to get 10 bidders from all the biggest name in the Singapore real estate. At that time, as you can see from my chart, Frasers, not only Frasers, Hong Leong, UOL, All Green, CDL, Far East, Guaco, Wheelock, all of them came in. And if you look at the prices were all actually 1,006 and above, okay? And the top 10 bids are actually just $10, $20 per square foot difference. All top 10 bid, $1,700 per square foot. All top 5 bids are only $1 to $18 difference. So why are all these big developers so keen in this Jakim site? Let's find out. Okay, a lot of people, when they chose this CCR map, they don't realize that they need to go to the official CCR map. This is the one directly from URA. Although Rivere is not in District 9, 10, 11, because it is in the Singapore Robertson Planning Zone along the river, you can see that in the map, it is actually sitting on Core Central Region. Okay, more specifically, if you look at the land use, we are in Singapore River Robertson Quay Planning Zone. Okay, so what is so unique about Robertson Quay lifestyle? So I hope this one map can show it all. If you look at on your screen on the left, you see Rivere. Okay, it is on this meandering part of the river. So what is so exciting about Rivere and the Robertson Quay lifestyle? It is not just in Robertson Quay, it is one of the few developments that is truly along the riverside. In the upcoming future, in 2021, we'll have 2 MRT stations, which is just 3 to 4 minutes walk. Okay, and it is also under 1 km from River Valley Primary School. So it has all the River Valley, the attributes of River Valley, but it has the unique river lifestyle. Okay, as you know, along the river lifestyle, you get all the riverfront hotels and all the eateries. So what is so unique about Robertson Quay lifestyle is that it is truly a tranquil lifestyle with parks, with water, with F&B, and with hotels. And you can see from my chart, right, I have mentioned that there are major stakeholders. The hotels are mostly owned by CDL, RB Capital, Lo and Behold Group holding the warehouse hotel. And also if you look at the yellow areas, the F&B areas are actually by RB Capital, Frasers, and United Engineers. All these are big stakeholders in the Robertson Quay area. They will always make sure that this area remains vibrant and active. Well, Robertson Quay is also an area that is not only popular because of all this lifestyle element, but it is very significant because it's Singapore River. And we know that Singapore River is a place that our ancestors gather and pioneer, and this is how we become today the successful modern Singapore. Okay, and it is very interesting to note that we are not just one of the project along Singapore River, we are one of the project that occupies the prime stretch of the Singapore River. As you can see, we are in the S curve, okay, meaning that because we are in this meandering part of Singapore River, we have a good 300 meters river frontage and almost 180 degrees view of the Singapore River. And if you were to look at the buildings, the Rivere building, doesn't matter whether you choose the north-facing units or the south-facing units, all the units will get the magnificent river view. Okay, and we are also the only land over there with residential component that has a bridge that's directly linked to our doorstep. Okay, so we can move over to the other side of the river to River Valley very conveniently. Of course, everyone knows that this Rivere site is a former Zouk site, okay? And Zouk has an excellent run of business in this Jakim Street before it moved to Clarke Quay, a good 25 years. And on the left side of my screen, you can see 3 very rundown warehouses. I'm very glad that the other time they have restored it because these warehouses are since 1919, so till to date it's already 100 years old, and Zouk had a fabulous 25 years, and I believe sitting on this side, Rivere will also enjoy the vibrancy that Zouk enjoyed 26 years ago. Okay, when just now Katie shared about the limit that Robertson Quay itself has very limited homes, right? What I want to share with you is that there are even more limited supply where you look at projects that is truly along the river. Okay, from Centennial Suites to Mirage Tower, something that is like 7 years old now, to 26 years old. Okay, when Rivere were to complete in 2022 and 2022 or 2023, all these projects are actually 10 years or older. So what does that mean? Why the developers are so keen in this site? As I was saying, okay, vibrancy of the Robertson Quay lifestyle, and there is hardly any new stock. The last, what you call that, new launch was more than 10 years ago. So all along, it makes this GLS site very interesting. Okay, this is also a site where there is very limited supply, but it's being met by very high demand. And I'm just not talking about, without just looking at the sales number, just rental demand alone. Do you know that on average there are 1,000 rental transactions a year for the last 10 years in Robertson Quay? Okay, and recently it is hovering at the 1,200 mark. So just now I've shared in my previous slide, there are only 2,200 homes, and yet every year you are getting 1,000 rental transactions. Okay, why the big boys all came in? Also because this is the last government land sale slide you're ever going to get along Robertson Quay. Okay, as you can see from my pictures over here, the ones that are pink, where Rivere is sitting, this is actually a mixed development, residential with a commercial component. Okay, and the blue ones are commercial, meaning they are mostly hotels or the eateries. And the beige color ones are residents. You can see that every single plot has already been taken up. So we are possibly the last residential site there unless somebody else get on block. So we are literally the newest kid on the block, and our nearest competitor is at least 10 years old when Rivere is ready. Okay, because of this very rare prime rich heritage site, so Fraser's vision is to build a super iconic development, not just a regular development, a super iconic development. This explains why it has assembled a strong, superb team of experts. In many projects, sometimes it's only just the developer and as well as the design architect. But in Rivere, as you can see all the stars that I've put in there, from the developer to the design architect to the facade consultant to the conservation specialist to the main contractor to the landscape consultant, all these are top-notch players. So let me quickly show you their credentials. Okay, Fraser's, I won't talk much about it. Most of you know about Fraser's, especially just now we talked about the Center Point. Since 1980, they have been a very strong, trusted and reliable developer. So experience matter. SCDA, I'm sure for those of you who are doing high-end properties, SCDA, Mr. Chan Soo-Kian, he's an award-winning, internationally celebrated architect, and he's a man behind many prestigious developments such as the Mark, as well as 21AP. If you were to look at Singapore's transaction, the Mark and 21AP at $5,000, $6,000 per square foot, these two are the highest value transacted property per square foot in Singapore. Okay, a lot of people may not know of this name. My Heart is actually the world's largest facade engineering practice. Why am I telling you about this? Okay, later when I'm going to show you the fly-through, you can see that the facade of Rivere is very different. And this May Heart himself has been in the industry for more than 20 years, and more more interestingly, they have done 1,500 iconic projects all over the world and covering 25 million square meters of facade surfaces. And these are their impressive facade work portfolio. No worries, I hope you guys can see the slide sharp and clear. All this will be provided to you after the session. Okay, Studio Lapis, how many projects do you know can boost such a strong team that you have specific facade consultant, you have a conservation specialist, okay? Studio Lapis, although it's a Singapore company, it is also the company that is behind many conservation of many national monuments, as you can see from my chart here. As you know, for those of you who are familiar with South Beach Residences, they are also the team that is actually overlooking the conservation of the NCO Club, and also for one of our project, Midtown Bay, Studio Lapis is also in charge of the conservation of the former Beach Road Police Station. Okay, Wohub, I think everyone is very familiar. They are one of our biggest developer, and most importantly, they are the leading developer of many of Singapore's iconic developments. As you can see from my chart, Jewel at Changi, Gardens by the Bay, Shangri-La Hotel. And even for our landscape consultant, they have experience across many project types, not only just residential, but also commercials and resort-like property. So with such a strong team of experts in each and every field, we have the birth of a new landmark, Rivere. So today I'm showing you the day and the night view of this excellent project. You can see that the facade is not your regular residential building. It is the state-of-the-art architecture. Okay, quick information. It is, as I mentioned, It is a 99-year leasehold sitting on Singapore River and Robertson Quay planning zone. Of this overall site, this big site, residential site is only about less than half. And of this half of this whole site, maybe 60% is by the building itself. So if you look at the overall site, the building in terms of the overall site is only is 30 to 70. We have 2 residential towers, okay, and the TOP date is expected 2023. Okay, so what is Rivere all about? Rivere is sitting in a bigger precinct where you have 300-year-old warehouses on the left side of the screen. These warehouses will definitely be conserved and restored for alternative uses. One of it will be the lobby for the service apartments. Okay, the other 2, one will be used as F&B, the other one perhaps a specialty grocery store, and also a bakery or wine or a cafe, subject to confirmation. And what is new in that area besides our 2 residential block is a new 4-story 80 service apartment block. So it is very interesting for the residents of Rivere because your whole playground is the whole Singapore River plus warehouses where you can get your daily needs met, where you can get extra concept services that is beyond just booking of facilities, but you get the housekeeping if you want to as well, etc. Okay, if you look at the 2 blue boxes, I've shown you that the entertainment deck is actually sitting on elevated ground. The whole Rivere project is actually above the river promenade. We are 4.3 meters above ground. In fact, our lowest unit or first level unit is already 14 meters above the first level, which is our E-deck. So total 18 meters above the river promenade. That is about 6 stories above the Singapore River. Okay, facilities wise, we also have it on level 37, giving you magnificent views of the city and the surroundings. Okay, due to time constraint, okay, I will include the video clips in your slide so that you can do the fly-through yourself. Okay, but in the meantime, since we're not going through the fly-through, I'll just quickly flash through some of the pictures. Rivere has an elevated residential arrival court. It has service apartments. It has 3 conservation warehouses. Okay, when you drive up this ramp, you will have this residential arrival court. You will be received by the reception lobby, the concierge over there. And then as you walk through, before you reach your lift lobby, you'll reach the library lounge. And then you come to your facilities. And this is no ordinary facilities because this entire E-deck with lap pool, gym, entertainment lounge, dining lounge, all this merged seamlessly with the sight and sound of the Singapore River. How many projects will give you such a lifestyle that you're within a development, yet you are enjoying the sights and sound of the Singapore River? So similarly, you have an indoor dining room that's looking outdoor, entertainment lounge. Okay, all this, as I mentioned, connect seamlessly to the river promenade. If you look at the words Club Rivere as well as promenade entrance, just to let you know, besides the Jakim entrance, we do have side gate along the river promenade, and we also have a specific entrance to the river promenade plaza where you can go cross the river, cross the bridge at Jakim side, to the Jakim side. On level 37, we have exciting facilities. So besides teppanyaki pavilion, reading pavilion, we have hot spa, sky spa. We even have a trampoline play area, sky bridge, barbecue area. Okay, from the hot spa at level 37, you can enjoy a dazzling view of the Marina Bay. So facilities wise, so do get your taggers or do spend time to look at our facilities. It will be a lot more impressive, okay? Because words can't describe how beautiful this project is. So Rivere, it has 4 unit types from 1 bedroom to 4 bedrooms. And we are all having generous size of 560 square feet for a 1 bedroom to 800 plus square feet for 2 bedroom, 1,002 square feet for our 3 bedrooms and special 3 bedrooms with private lift, very generous size of 1,005 to 1,700. And only 1 stack, very unique and limited stack of 4 bedroom at 2,000 square feet. We do not have any penthouses, so if you choose from level 2 to 36, you're just going to get the same unit type. What is very special is if your client were to choose level 36, that will give you a 3.6 meters ceiling height, while the rest has a typically good ceiling height of 2.85. Maintenance fee, also very fair in a CCR area, $400 to $600. In fact, for the 4-bedroom is on the low side. Okay, so this is our site plan, and the emphasis here is because we are on the meandering river, okay, the S-curve. Every unit that your client choose, okay, will get river view. Doesn't matter whether it is 1 bedroom to 4 bedrooms, everybody will get a beautiful view. Whether you choose the north view on my right side of the screen to the left view, again, you'll get Singapore river view. Okay, I'm going to quickly show you the 4 types of show flat. I'm not going to show you all the floor plans. You can get it from my taggers. Do note that what I'm providing you is, especially during this circuit breaker, people like to know the size of things. So I'm giving you specific floor plans with dimensions. How wide is the width? How long is the hall? And you can see why Rivere is, the moment someone steps into the show flat, everybody falls in love. And today, I'm not going to show you the virtual walkthrough because tomorrow we are going to have a beautiful walkthrough for your clients. So, so click on your own first and then get your clients to join us. Okay, what is so special about our 1 bedroom? As you can see from the floor plan, it is a corner U-shaped kitchen. Very, very hard to come by because a lot of developers, they keep their 1 bedroom at 400 square feet. That's why a lot of the kitchen has to be along the corridor. While this is actually a corner tuck away corridor, and it is a 1 bedroom with Poggenpo kitchen. And for those of you who are familiar, you know that Poggenpo is the world's oldest kitchen maker. So this is an imported kitchen. So, and this kitchen for a 1 bedroom comes with already a kitchen counter, a big work surface, especially for somebody who loves to cook and bake. Also, what had to come by is that for 1 bedroom, you look at the walkway. The walkway is a good 1.5, 1.8 to even 2 meters wide with ample storage along the walkway. And then you come into a 3 meters by almost a 5 meters living and dining area. And that is for sure one of the most luxurious 1 bedroom you're ever going to get. Okay, we have a long TV wall, so it doesn't mean that you stay in 1 bedroom, you have to sacrifice having your big screen. And look at the red arrow. Can you see that after placing all the furniture, you have almost 2 meters access wall for a nice work desk? Isn't this extremely precious during this moment when we have to work from home? Okay, I'm not going to talk more about the bedrooms because it is for sure luxurious and spacious. So do click on my link here when you get my slides to have this virtual tour of this place. What is so special about 2 bedrooms? It has all our 1 bedroom highlights, okay? However, it comes with an even bigger hall. Just now, our hall was 3 meters by at least 5 meters long. Look at this. We are looking at from the doorway 3.2 meters to almost 7.2 meters long. If I were to just remove the kitchen area, you're still getting a 3.2 by 4.85 meters long living and dining area. For sure, very spacious. And if you were to do my video walkthrough, you can see you have a beautiful deep storage, okay, that comes with a bar-like counter. What is more special is that for Frasers, they are very practical and they understand the evolving needs of smart buyers. They know that the profile of buyers for Robertson Quay are people who are well-traveled with discerning taste. So they want to make sure that whatever they build is something that is befitting this prime heritage location. So our bedrooms, for sure, no bay windows, very, very spacious. What does 10 square meters mean? If you were to look at my dimension, this 10 square meters means that it's 2.65 meters wide and at least 3 meters long. Okay, definitely more than 3 meters long because 3 by 3 is 9. So it will be at least maybe 3.5 meters long. And for sure, a queen size bed or even a king size bed can fit in this room very comfortably. Usual typical bathroom size for a common bathroom is maybe 4 square meters. This is at 5 square meters. And now look at our master bedroom. If you were to look at the dimension, can you see that the master bedroom itself is almost 5.5 meters long and 2.7 meters wide. So for sure, king size, super king size, and 2 side tables can fit very comfortably in Rivere's 2-bedroom. And we are only talking about, it is not our biggest 2-bedroom, but this is our 818. Similarly, I've got links for you guys to do the walkthrough yourself. As for 3-bedroom, I'm very excited to share with you this 3-bedroom because it is, although this is a 1249 square feet 3-bedroom, it has a feel of 1,005 to 1,600 square feet 3-bedroom. Why do I say that? Number one, the moment you enter the space, right, the width of the entrance is already almost 2 meters wide, and when you walk in, you have a sense of a very wide and welcoming space with storages on your left side. And as you walk in to your right, you can see that I circled yard as well as study. The developer has creatively made use of this space because as lifestyle habits changes, if you are not having a helper, a permanent helper in your room, you're just having a hourly helper, you don't need a helper's room. But it's always good to have extra space that you have that is built like a study area if you want it, or flexible to be a storage room or a helper's room if you need it. All right, coming to our living and dining area, you can see that this is even wider. Just now we were talking about 3 meters by 5 meters, 3.2 meters by 5 meters, living and dining for 1-2 bedrooms. This is actually a 3.2 meters wide and 7.2 meters long, deep living and dining area. That's why I say the moment you step inside this 1,200 square feet space, the living and dining area makes you feel that you are in a 1,500 square feet type apartments. Okay. Similarly, we have very good size of 10 to 12 square meters for our common bedrooms and 21 square meters for our master bedroom. We have a beautiful project tour. Please click the link. Okay, lastly, I'm going to show you our very limited, very precious collection of 4-bedroom at 2,000 square feet. Excellent size. Sometimes people just want that a little bit more extra space because you want 4 bedrooms with at least a junior master bedroom, the master bedroom, 2 rooms with ensuite bath, and the other 2 bedrooms sharing the common bath. And yet you still want to enjoy a big living and dining area with dry and wet kitchen. So this particular 4-bedroom fulfills them all. Just to share with you how popular this 4 bedrooms are. We only have 1 stack. So a lot of people would love, our show flat actually showcases the 36th floor, meaning it's showcasing the 3.6 meter ceiling. We have received numerous offers for this 4-bedroom, and currently is still available because developer feels that this is the one and only 4-bedroom that they have and they want to sell it at a good price. But no worries, okay, because of this crisis, if your client wants the one and only 36th floor and get it at a fairly good price, okay, or much better price than whatever is offered previously, okay, let us know, okay, and speak to my taggers and we will get the best price possible for you. Okay, moving back to the dimension itself, you can see that the living and dining itself is actually almost a 7.5 meters wide frontage. It has a dual frontage. On the other side of the living room is 4.25 meters. So that's why this whole living dining area is 45 square meters. And 45 square meters, it is almost the whole 1 bedroom itself as your living and dining space. So Rivere is one of the very rare show flat that the developer actually put in a lot of effort and expenses, sparing no expenses. The whole show flat actually cost $5 million. It was designed by SCDA, so they are not just showing you one type. They're very confident. Fraser is very confident of their unit layout. That's why they're showing you all 4 unit types. And during this circuit breaker, your clients actually can have a very good feel of all unit types. Okay, not going to talk too much about this because Stella and Katie have already mentioned that for a good CCR project, it must come with befitting fittings and finishes, and we do definitely have them. What I want to highlight is the hospitality services. Previously, we do not know exactly who is going to manage this, what you call that, the service apartment. Okay, but the latest fact sheet shows that, and I'm very happy to announce that Fraser's will be managing this service apartment, and Fraser's hospitality is well known and one of the best in town. So having the service apartment that's managed by Fraser's and having concierge service, laundry, you're not meeting a newbie, you're meeting an industry player, an experienced player offering you all these top-notch services. Of course, as a resident, not everything is free. Some of it you have to pay according to the services. So we are not just in a prime location, having an iconic architecture, but we also embraces technology. So every home will come with a Wi-Fi camera, digital lock, aircon control, smoke detector. And with all this gadget, we can actually seamlessly connect the whole community together. By the way, besides all this information that I'm sharing with you, are you aware that there are more exciting developments coming this way? Yes, everybody know about the Thomson East Coast Line. Finally, after so many years of construction, come 2021, Stage 3 will be open, and another 13 lines, including Great World and Havelock, will finally begin its operation. Also, finally, Great World City Mall started construction in 2018. Early this year, it was ready. If you look at my pictures below, cold storage got revamped. We got in one shopping mall, you don't just get one grocery stores, you get 2 or 3. We've got media, we've got organic food suppliers, Scoop, Whole Foods from Australia. And more excitingly, what everyone is really waiting for is the connectivity. Later part this year, in basement 2 of Great World City, there will be a major reconfiguration to link it directly to the entrance of this Great World MRT station. So what does it mean? Because Rivere itself is only 3 to 4 minutes walk to Great World MRT station or Havelock station, because of this direct link to Great World Mall, meaning once I reach the MRT station, come rain or shine, I just have to use the underground network to reach the shopping mall. It's definitely super convenient. And given that Robertson Quay is already so popular, with this added convenience, I'm sure rental transactions will go way higher than just 1,200 transactions per year. Okay, and as recent as February this year, URA has already said that our city, they will make our city living even better. Our city is already very green, but we're going to have a 6 meters long green connection that will connect from Singapore Botanic Gardens to Istana to Fort Canning, through Singapore River, and ultimately to Pearl Hill Park. All along Singapore River is of great significance to our Tourist Promotion Board, to URA, because it is a favorite location not only for Singaporeans, but is world famous as well. So what URA plan is to develop more vibrant public spaces for people to enjoy. Coming up next is there's definitely going to be a new waterfront hotel that's going to be next to Liang Court, Clarke Quay area. And the road that is this U-shaped road that is just behind Liang Court, that area will be transformed into a beautiful pedestrian promenade. So for sure, this Robertson Quay area will continue to be revamped and continue to stay relevant. So the question now is pricing. How do you value and how do you price a trophy property? More importantly, how do you value? Because price is just a number. Value is something that will remain in everyone's heart, because we are talking about something that's intrinsic, something that you enjoy day to day, your day-to-day living. Like all real estate, we're talking about location, location, and location. And we know that this is not any ordinary location, as I've shared earlier. Product itself, fabulous, because the developers spared no cost in assembling a top world-class team to give you a world-class project. Okay, I've already explained intrinsic. I'm not telling you the future demand, the future, about the future. I'm telling you at this moment, demand is very strong, and we are the last GLS site, and possibly the only residential site left that's along the new site left that's along the Singapore River. And remember, we have no direct competition because our neighbors when we are ready, are at least 10 to 26 years older than us. And shared earlier, there are a lot of new plans that's coming up, and I'm sure there'll be a lot more. As I mentioned to you, that there are very, very big stakeholders from CDL to Frasers, to United Engineers to RB Capitals. This is why also developers are very, very interested in this GLS site, because they know that with all these big players building hotels, they want to keep this place to be relevant and vibrant. Okay, I'm coming towards the end of the slides. So how much do you think this is priced? When we took the projects, we know all the positive attributes. That's why Katie, myself, and my team of PICs, Justin, Norman, Leon, and Ray, we were very excited when we were given this project, because it has so many things, so many exciting stories about it that we can share with the customers. So we were a little concerned that, okay, on the other hand, we know that we value the project very highly, but for the sake of selling, we also hope that the developer don't price it too high. So the developer was telling us 3,000 plus, yeah. But we were very happy that when it launched at a very good price of 2,009. Why do I say it's a good price? Because when Frasers won the bid, that at that time it was 1,733 per square foot per plot ratio, and consultants were already saying that the average break-even point is 2,450. But 2,450 is before they know what kind of team Frasers is going to bring to Robertson Quay. So with this superb team, I'm sure the construction cost is way higher than 2,450, but doesn't matter, we'll use it as 2,450. So with 2,450, the 10% margin will bring you to 2,700. So if you look at it averagely over the last 1 year, okay, now it's May, 1 year, our project has sold at on the average of 2,750 to $3,000 per square foot. Why am I mentioning this to you? I'm not asking you to come in exactly at those points. I'm going to share with you the opportunities that's coming up. A lot of people say that crisis brings about opportunity. However, sometimes when there is opportunity, can you spot it fast enough when opportunity presents itself? I'm just going to use three very interesting iconic projects, three projects that I myself like it very much because they are iconic in their own rights. But they all started off with very different market conditions and different timing. For example, Martin Model, we are very familiar. Guaco Land got the land at a fantastic price, okay, of below 1,003. So that's why their break even is closer to more like 1,008, and they could launch it at 2,001. And because of the growth of the Singapore property market, you can see that it's a trending up line. Okay, next came Rivere. Rivere came in when the market was a lot more optimistic. If you guys remember, closer towards December of 2017, market picked up and everybody was very optimistic. So, and because of this fabulous site, all the big boy came in, and the competition was really intense. At 1,733, Rivere's break-even point, as I mentioned earlier, is 2,450 and possibly higher. And this One Pearl Bank came in a month or two later for the One Pearl Bank site, and they bought it at 1,515 per square foot per plot ratio, so makes that break-even point 2,000, 2,003. Why again I'm talking about this tree, even though they have totally different starting costs, is that when people come into the area to look at iconic projects, they may visit all this tree. And all of these tree lines, as you can see, initially Rivere understandably will start higher, but all of them are merging together. So what opportunities do you see? This is question number one. Number two, now you know everyone's break-even point is really a good value, and what is really an opportunity. Okay, and sometimes when opportunity comes, will it really be there again when the market picks up? Okay, so these are the questions I want you guys to have in your mind when you're looking at all these three projects or any projects for the matter. Okay, here I've listed down, Rivere itself has 2 tower blocks and 13 stacks. I've listed down of all across these 13 stacks, what are the cheapest unit and what are the star buys that we have here. I'm sure just now I talked about 2,450 and possibly higher. Your eyes will definitely zoom in my yellow box area, because all these are actually our superstar buys. Some of you may not hear about it because because maybe people have not shouting loud enough about it, but these are really exciting when I saw all these numbers, because how many projects out there are already giving you break-even prices? And we are not talking about units that are not of the ideal facing. As I mentioned before, in Rivere, whether you face north or you face south, both you get beautiful Singapore river view. Okay, so every project has a number. You need to know the number and seize the opportunity. And this is the time you should seize the opportunity that Frasers is giving you for Rivere. I'm picking up 3 lowest per square foot, and coincidentally, they are all our 3 bedrooms. This is also why when KT did the past few training, he keep on emphasizing about the 3 bedrooms in Rivere. It actually has a lot of excellent value, and you can actually get good size 3 bedroom, and one of it is our show flat type below $3 million or very close to below $3.1 million at $2,400 to $2,500 per square foot. In each box, I show you in brackets what was the previous PSF, okay, and what kind of savings your client is actually coming in. So don't miss this. Please call our tagger to find out more about this. And I mentioned below about price protection. What exactly is price protection? Why is it that you can come in at this excellent price and yet had a good price protection? Okay, with this, I end off my presentation. If you have any question, please post in the Q&A chat, and I will have KT come in to wrap it up.
Okay, thank you, Phyllis. All right, so just before we end this session, let me just talk a little bit about this. Okay, so I'm very sure you all have already heard about what we are planning to do here, which is hello. Yeah,
Hi.
okay. Yeah. Okay. So basically, what we have here is that we are going to have a virtual project open house, okay, on Thursday, which is on the 21st of May at 8 o'clock and 8:45, which is going to be done by Phyllis and myself, right? So I'll be talking about Martin Modern and she'll be talking about Rivere. We are going to do it unlike how it was done yesterday. So we are going to do a webinar style, right? So the total capacity will be capped at 3,000 packs, right? Instead of 500 like yesterday. So I will urge you to go and bring in all your clients and friends and whoever that had some interest in Core Central region. I think let them hear us speak on multimodal and Rivere. Let us be the ones who will help you to go and excite them a bit more so that they will actually have more interest, and then hopefully we will be able to do tagging through one of our preferred Lux taggers to help you to close the deal. Right, I believe that is possible because we are very well trained in the Zoom presentation now, right? Especially for Zoom taggings. Okay, so note down the dates. Please go out there and reach out to everybody that you know. I hope to be able to hit the maximum of 3,000 packs for